Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. So this happened today. Very excited about this. The living out in the boonies finally paid off. The power lines, the power company has been hiring contractors to come through and clear the electric right-of-ways on every residence. Actually came here to the driveway and cut some trees around my power pole. So talking with the contractors, like, hey guys, if you're going to be doing any chipping, love to have some chips. And I thought maybe I wasn't going to get any, but they showed up today. This is 3 truckloads today they've dropped off, and they're still working in the area, so there's a chance we'll even get some more. So I can't say enough how excited this makes me. Obviously I have a chipper. You guys know I have a 6-inch chipper, but it would take me a very, very long time and a lot of diesel to chip this much wood chip. The other cool thing about this is all of this is rural. It's right around me, so I know it hasn't been sprayed. It's not diseased. It's not like it's full of garbage from urban wood chipping. So it's come from this area and should be pretty clean. Probably some poison ivy in here though, so I'll probably be paying for this. So as you can see, the chickens are having an absolute field day with this. They love going through, finding any and everything they can find. But right now I'm going to load up the trailer here behind the side-by-side, and I'm going to use the wood chips right now for mitigating some mud issues I have in the barn. The pigs, where they're feeding in the barn still, I'll just keep tracking mud in and dragging all that in. So we're going to use that to mitigate some of that. And then I'll probably put some in the floor of the greenhouse. I put some sand and gravel in, but I want to put some wood chips on top of it to obviously be a little bit better on the mud, but actually it should compost a little bit. As green as this is, put off a little heat, and that actually help warm up the greenhouse. This is really the first time I've introduced fresh chips to the pigs, and I wondered, as much as they chew on branches and everything else you see out in the woods, how much they'd actually try to eat these chips. And of course, they're just enthralled with all the crazy smells that are coming from it, all the different species and the sap that have been opened up with this fresh chipping. And you can see they're just really, really curious. So I think they may enjoy this. This area here, again, because of this monsoon season we're in, and because of my drainage issues around the barn, which have to be remedied hopefully this summer if it ever dries out, then you can see they just kept dragging this mud in. I was feeding them here every morning, still am, and they're just dragging all that mud in, and got to mitigate that to some degree. So I'm hoping they'll just keep spreading this out, and You mix it in, just keeps building up, building up, building up. We'll do the Salatin method where we'll come out here in a couple months if this is still crazy. Which one of y'all keeps sounding the alarm? And be able to scoop some of this out and use it as compost in other areas. So good stuff, man. Like I said, I just can't get over having the chips. It's good to have as much as possible. All right, off to the greenhouse. So this is a little disconcerting. I'm getting a reload here for the greenhouse and shoveling chips, and the edge of my pitchfork catches some denim. I'm sitting there thinking, I hope there's not a leg in this. But fortunately, no. Just a piece of denim cloth. If there's a body in here, I've yet to find it. So hopefully that's not the case. That's what happens on the crew if you're slacking. You can end up in the chipper. Oh look, it's raining. Shocker. Well, I'm going to spread out the rest of these chips. Now, you saw in this clip here, there's a lot of steam coming off from when they dumped them. Obviously, that was because they were inside the big box truck, all piled up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it a layer deep enough that it can maybe compost a little bit or start to break down and generate some heat. But it'd be neat if that would generate some heat to keep the greenhouse a little warmer through the nights. We're still getting down into the 40s at night, so we've been taking the plants in. So we'll test this. I'll just keep an eye on the thermometer. I have a thermometer inside that measures high-low, so we'll see how low it gets tonight. And maybe there's a chance this will put off a little bit of heat. Well, I'm going to wrap up before I get soaked, get all my equipment wet. You guys take care.